What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the Mingin Moto Show. It's your boy, Mingin Moto. Again, real quick, I apologize for making this a regular vlog and not doing it with my dirt bike in the background, you know, in my workshop shed or out in the desert or in a better location. But I would love to be able to do a bike build type thing with my bike if I could, but in order for me to do that, I would want or need or have to have some sponsors in a way to help me out with, like, you know, some parts and shit. And I would have to have, you know, one or two other places, like businesses that I need to kind of do the work as a sponsorship type deal, because, you know, or have the money to pay for it. Because what I would like to do with my bike would be really cool, at least in my opinion. What I would like to do with my bike, in my opinion, would be really cool, but again, spending $250 on brand new plastics, paying a company however much money to hang it, like the powder coat or hang it, powder coat my swing arm and frame black, and then rebuild my forks and rear shock, you know, and then some of the other parts I want to buy, like, you know, all brand new Shinko tires and some Phoenix handlebars, specialist sprockets and chain, you know, and then taking my engine completely apart and rebuilding it and putting a 300cc two-stroke engine, top head and piston on it, with an aftermarket 300cc exhaust on it, full exhaust, whether it's FMF, pro circuit, Bill's pipes, or this exhaust or that exhaust or whatever. You know, the full exhaust right now is like $400, you know. And then I really wouldn't, the carburetor, I'm not really concerned about replacing it, and, you know, because, you know, electron carb, it would be nice, but I can't justify spending $450 on just a carburetor right now. If I had, you know, a good amount of money or whatever, then fine, whatever, I would spend $450 on it. But right now, I can't justify doing that, especially saying that I don't really go to all these different places across the United States or even throughout California to ride. I only go to Johnson Valley, Ocotillo Wells, Glamis, and around my area. So I don't really need a smart carb or a electron carb or whatever right this second. It would be nice to have, but, you know, anyways. And, you know, I know me trying to get sponsors right now in any way, shape, or form, and especially over like the next 6 months, would not really be plausible, seeing the fact that I'm only at 2,000 subscribers. I'm basically a nobody on YouTube for the most part. And, you know, companies want YouTubers that have a lot of subscribers so they can give you one or two of their parts and be like, well, we can justify doing that because we might get we're gonna get a bunch of exposure on this guy's channel, and we might make some more sales and make more money than what we would have made off of that one sell or whatever. So, but yeah, I would love to do a bike build type thing with my bike, and I wouldn't be doing it to make the thing really look pretty. I would be doing it to, you know, kind of upgrade the bike a little bit. Like I said, take the 250cc top end off, put a 300cc engine top end on it with a new piston and head and all that shit, and then a 300cc exhaust, aftermarket exhaust, you know. And then I would, you know, powder coat the frame and swing arm black, you know, buy some Phoenix handlebars, buy some specialist sprockets and chain, buy all new plastics, because half the plastics that are on my bike now are kind of a little bit scratched up and whatever, but doesn't matter. And then you know, like the wheels that are on the bike now, I would probably take them off and have them professionally torn apart, torn down, have the hubs powder coated black, have the rims themselves powder coated black, put some actual orange spokes and black spoke screws in their new bearings in there, and then have the suspension completely rebuilt and dialed in for my size, my height and weight. And you know, maybe have when you know, buy some Luxon forks, you know, front forks that are black on top with gold bottom tube and shit like that. You know, that's one of the things I would do as well. You know, just kind of you know, making the bike look a little bit different and a little bit nicer, and then you know, kind of upgrade the engine a little bit. And I would actually buy 2 sets of plastics, one white front fender, rear fender, side plates and number plate, and then the white with the black insert radiator shrouds and black fork guards with the black front disc brake cover or guard, like the way my bike is set up now, right? Then I would buy a whole second other set of plastics, all black, just all black, kind of murdered out and shit in a way, and then have those all black ones sprayed with Line X bed liner or protective coating or whatever, right? You know, just because. And then like the white and the black, I would have them sprayed with no, I would keep them just plastic the way it is. And then yeah, anyways, if I could get sponsorships to do that, I would love to do it. If I could have the money to do it, I would love to do it. And then the same thing with my truck, I would love to get some sponsors or the money to be able to really do a full-on kind of like pre-runner build with my truck. You know, new engine, 6-speed automatic trans, a Ford 9-inch rear end, Fox or King off-road racing shocks front and rear, cambered long travel front and rear suspension, pull the engine out, put like a 5.0 V8 in that bitch, you know, with cold air intake, hooker headers, full Flowmaster exhaust, put the flared fiberglass fenders on the front and the rear, you know, like cut the bed sides off and put the fiberglass on there. And then, you know, I want to keep full use of my bed, so I don't want to cut holes into the bed for the sub cage and all this shit. And you know, because I got the camper shell on there, so I want to keep the camper shell on there and have full use of my bed and have an LED light bar across the roof. And I would tear the truck down to the bare frame, sand blend or grind down the frame, spray it with bed liner, spray the entire body inside and out, top and bottom, left and right, front and back, every square inch of the body with bed liner, even the camper shell, inside the bed, the underside of the bed, inside the fender wheel wells and front and rear, the inside of the engine compartment, inside the truck, on the floor and all over, you know, just. But again, I would need sponsorship help and a lot of money. So anyways, love y'all, be safe, catch you on the flip side.